In the first series of Theory Rocks, we looked at the notes on the treble and bass clef staves. We looked at how notes can either be on a line or in a space within a set of 5 lines. It is possible to have notes that go outside of the stave, which allow musicians to play even higher or even lower on their instrument. In this video, we're going to look at ledger lines. A ledger line is an additional line or lines we write next to a note if we want to go outside of the 5-line stave. When using ledger lines, we have to remember that we alternate between a line and then a space. Let's start by looking at the treble clef stave. The bottom note we have is an E. The rest of the notes above just go up the musical alphabet. The note in the space is F, then G on the line, and then A in the next space, and so on. If we move lower than E, we simply go backwards through the alphabet. Below E is the note D. This note sits just under the line and is technically in a space. If we move a note lower than we are now, we're on the note C, which is on a line. If we move below that, we land on the note B. We're simply going backwards through the alphabet because we are descending in pitch. You can also use ledger lines above the treble clef stave. The top line is F. If you want to go higher than this, we go up the musical alphabet. We're going up the alphabet this time because we're getting higher in pitch. This note is a G, and it sits in the space above the top line. If we move higher, we land on an A, which is on the first ledger line. If we go above that, we are now on B, and above that, we land on C. Notice that this C has 2 ledger lines. This helps us note that it's the note C. If it only had one, it might look like an A. Ledger lines can also be used on the bass clef. The bottom line of the bass clef is a G. By going through the musical alphabet backwards, we can see the space below is F, then on the line is an E, then D, then C. The top line of the bass clef is an A, followed by B, C, D, then E. Take a look at this note here. What note is this? Well, it's in the treble clef, below the bottom line. The bottom line is an E, so let's go backwards from there. Below E we have a D, and then a C, and finally a B. So this is the note B. What about this note here? This note is in the bass clef, above the top line. The top line is an A. Let's go up from here. Above the top line is a B, and after that we have a C. So this note is a C. The key thing to working out notes on ledger lines is knowing the musical alphabet, both forwards and backwards. As you get better at music, eventually you don't need to count and will just know what the notes are. That's it for this lesson on ledger lines. Complete the quiz below to test your knowledge.